Recently, we picked up the Filter Queen line of vacuum and air cleaners. We'd sold them years ago, and they kind of went away. But what we found in the last 5 years or so is there's a certain element of people out there who want that old quality. They want the metal, they want the heavy duty, they want a vacuum cleaner that's going to last 40, 50 years, and I'm not exaggerating when I say that. If you look to your right here, this Filter Queen was produced in 1939. It actually still runs. We're not going to turn it on here because our cord's a little dry rotted. But yeah, built to last forever. I think in some cases manufacturers they came to realize they're making vacuums too good. If a vacuum lasts forever, you never buy another vacuum. So that's where some of our department store vacuum cleaners, that's the whole idea with those. Most of the stuff that we sell is higher end stuff, but we do have the lower priced department store vacuums here as well. So if you want something for $69, we got it. If you want something for $1,500, we got it. This machine does cost $1,500, but it'll be the last vacuum cleaner that you ever buy. May seem like a lot for a vacuum. If you take into account, this machine sold for $80 in 1939. Now $1,500 adjusted for inflation, that would have actually cost $1,900 way back in 1939. So it's actually below the rate of inflation. So it is a 90% metal machine. Still pretty light though, surprisingly. Follows you around real nicely. We have Shepherd ball casters instead of wheels. So you have very good mobility. The power head is lightweight. Still very aggressive. It's going to work on the pet hair, whatever it may encounter. If you've ever changed a belt on a vacuum cleaner, you never have to change a belt on this. It has a serpentine belt, very similar to the belt you'll find in your automobile. Doesn't stretch or slip. It will last the lifetime of the vacuum cleaner. Filter Queen was the original bagless vacuum cleaner. It does use filters, however, like bagless vacuum cleaners do. A lot of customers do not realize their bagless vacuum cleaner has a filter until it comes in and they have a service problem. So we can remove these little latches here on the side. Okay, here's your cone. Underneath here we have a double fan motor, two 7-inch fan blades. It's very powerful. Most vacuum cleaner companies use single fan motors these days because it's cheaper to produce. Now if you see here, we have a couple sets of cones. First cone here, this filter media, is infused with carbon. What that does is it enhances the already good filtration that you'll get from the Filter Queen, but it also helps eliminate odors. That's great, especially if you have pet odors. Second filter is a cellulose fiber material. It's not just paper, it's woven material. So the dirt actually has to wind its way through little arteries before it can make its way through there. Said it's the original bagless vacuum. It's also the original cyclone vacuum cleaner. And what that means is, if you were to look inside of this unit while it's running, you'd see the dirt going around in circles. That presses it to the outside walls of the container, keeps it off the filter. So you can really fill this thing full of dirt before you have to change it. You really have to overfill it before you notice any loss in suction power. So Filter Queen has always been about high filtration. Their vacuum cleaners 30 years ago, even 40 years ago, are going to give you better air filtration than a lot of vacuum cleaners today, with a HEPA filter system. So Filter Queen makes wonderful vacuum cleaners. Filter Queen also makes wonderful air cleaners, and we can take a look at those. Okay, here we have the Filter Queen Defender air cleaner. Covers up to 700 square feet. Has a 2-year warranty from the manufacturer. It has a lifetime warranty if the machine is maintained properly. And by maintain properly, I mean by changing the filter on a regular basis, which is once a year. If you change the filter once a year, as recommended, the unit's going to be guaranteed for life. Instead of a traditional HEPA filter, the Defender uses what's called a Pure filter, and it's actually rated 3 times more effective than a standard HEPA filter. And if you look at some of the stats, statistics, not only do we take out allergens, mold spores, it's recommended by the CDC, actually takes out SARS-CoV-2 virus and other airborne transmissions. So it's very effective. It's very low maintenance. It's much better than a electronic type of air filtration system, just because it's removing more debris. It's not putting any ozone into the air, which can be irritating for some people. Some people have problems with their nasal passages and whatnot. So pretty much you're just going to turn this thing on. I would put it in the area that I'm going to use it. I'd let it run on full speed, probably for 24 hours. And then I would turn it down to the lowest speed, and then you're just maintaining the air quality of the room. So as far as filter replacement, you can come on in here, we'll replace them for you. However, it's not that hard to do yourself. At the bottom here, we have a little lock nut. We're going to remove the bottom, and out comes your filter, which we have a carbon pre-filter on the outside. So in that aspect, it's very similar to the Filter Queen vacuum cleaner, because we have the high filtration material wrapped with a carbon fiber, which helps with eliminate odors and absorb fumes and that sort of thing. So. And now you've changed your Pure filter. So, if you have a bigger area you'd like to cover, we'd recommend an Austin air cleaner, because we're going from 700 square feet up to 1,500 square feet. This unit has a 5-year filter. You do not have to touch it for 5 years. The filter is guaranteed to last 5 years. If the filter is plugged up in 2.5 years, Austin Air will replace it at a prorated rate, much the same way your battery wears out prematurely. It's going to be covered at a pre-rated rate. Because we do have a 5-year filter, it's a heavy filter. So this has got some weight to it. Here I have a cross section of the filters. You have 15 pounds of carbon zeolite on the inside. This is a charcoal mixture that helps absorb fumes and odors. And I believe it's 50 feet of medical grade HEPA filter. This is just a cross section of your filter. That's what's inside there. We do carry the filters here. We do have the units in stock. If you're just looking to do a large bedroom, family room, the Defender would probably be a great choice for you. If you're looking to do your whole house, I would recommend the Austin Air series air cleaner.